In May 1945, shortly after the German capitulation, 3 Soviet artists, Mikhail Kupriyanov, Porfiry Krylov, and Nikolai Sokolov, collectively known as Kukryniksy, descended into the underground bunker of the Reich Chancellery in Berlin, where Adolf Hitler had spent the final hours before the collapse of the Third Reich. They walked through the ruined corridors, observing overturned furniture, scattered maps, empty bottles of alcohol, and the general chaos left behind in the face of imminent defeat. These impressions, etched into their memory, inspired a propaganda masterpiece that would transform the enemy's perception in the Soviet Union. During the Second World War, the Kukryniksy stood out as satirical cartoonists, producing thousands of anti-fascist posters and drawings for magazines such as Crocodile. Their grotesque style dehumanized German leaders, fostering Soviet resistance while ridiculing the adversary. After their visit to Berlin, they returned to their studio in Moscow, and with everything etched in their memory, between 1947 and 1948, they materialized their observations in the work that would later become known as The End. The 3 artists intended this painting to be the pinnacle of their pictorial mastery. To achieve greater realism, they built a model of the bunker, used captured German uniforms to study the postures, and developed several preliminary sketches, some with up to 10 figures, until they refined the scene into a more concentrated and dramatic composition, which was depicted as follows. On the left stands Hitler, with a tense expression that seems to reflect his desperate denial of the inevitable. His figure appears isolated, oblivious to the attention of those around him, including a static, almost petrified general who conveys helplessness and resignation. Behind him, an SS officer, apparently asleep in his drunken stupor, suggests a total abdication of responsibility, with drink as an escape from anxiety, while another officer appears indifferent or disconnected from the crisis. Behind Hitler, the gaunt face of Joseph Goebbels emerges from the shadows, accentuating the spectral atmosphere of the scene. Other elements, such as the crooked picture frames, the disordered furniture, and the prevailing gloom, visually reinforce the sense of collapse and moral decay of the regime. Displayed in May 1948 at the exhibition celebrating 30 years of the Soviet armed forces, the painting became an immediate success, reproduced on postcards, in books, and in various exhibitions throughout the Soviet Union. The work of the Kukryniksy not only depicted the defeat of an enemy responsible for millions of deaths, but also demystified that enemy by showing him at his most humiliating moment. Today, the original is preserved in the Tretyakov Gallery in Moscow, while an authorial replica from 1963 is housed in the Russian Museum in St. Petersburg. Broadly speaking, it can be said that this work perfectly embodies the power of Soviet propaganda art, characterized by its fusion of realism and satire.